Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let's go, AAA family! Bama Nation, college football fans around the world, around the country, around the city, around the state, around the world. Y'all, we've been having a pretty good day, man. Content has been on point today. It's been very fun today, creating content surrounding our Alabama football team. And a lot of y'all might have been hating the last 24 to 48 hours. Not me. On this side of it, I don't get as emotionally attached as you are, and I love to create conversation and discuss differences of opinion. And I like having my opinion and sticking to it, and not being a fair weather fan and changing by the way of the wind blowing. And we got some fair weather stuff we're gonna talk about tonight. Also, after we get into the phone call segment. But before we jump into that, I just want to thank you all. First of all, for being here tonight, kicking it again. We did this by demand. We had a lot of people saying that they wanted to call in earlier today, but could not get on the phone line. We did have a total of 19 missed calls, 7 different numbers from this morning. 4 didn't get in. So we're looking to see that number grow, man. And y'all give it up for that. That's growth. If you all don't understand what that means, we've had shows, multiple shows where we were kind of dead on the phone line, but we knew that once the season started, we would have a lot more interaction, a lot more activity to cover, and that's what we want. We want to be the space where people can come, and like I said, a lot of people I had people calling me a lot of people calling me during the game, like, y'all, I've never seen some of y'all, like Ray Parham. He's been a solid supporter for a while. Never can I get in touch with Ray for anything else. But when Bama's losing, I'm gonna get a text from Ray. I didn't get no happy birthday from Ray, none of that. But when Bama was losing, Ray hit my phone line real fast, and it's y'all. It set off them alarms, y'all. It set off the sirens, and I had to check my boy, and I was live. Y'all remember I was live during the watch party. But yeah, Bama boy 22, you coming in tweaking on edge already. It is okay, bro. It is week 1. You don't have all the answers in week 1, and if you just start pulling tails and snatching guys in week 1, you lose the locker room. I'm not going to go in depth about explaining that again and again and again. Everybody always asking for this person to get pulled and this person to go in. What happens when the second option doesn't work and they can't get into the flow of the game because the assignment is just that? You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to continue to do that, man. We're just going to continue to move past it. You have your space to open up and talk about it on the phone line, but the comments, man, y'all got to chill. Bama space, man, is in a bad state, and I'm gonna blame a lot of these Bama Twitter heads for this, and this is just my personal opinion. Get mad, say what you want, call me a hater, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, I can't say I'm a fan of a team if everything on my timeline is negative. Everything. I mean, from top to bottom, just negative. And why would anybody support that? You know, a lot of people, misery loves company, and it's the truth. It's the truth to Max when it comes to the Alabama fan base on Twitter. I'm not going to say the whole fan base. I'm going to just say on Twitter. And then you got some Facebook group messages, some Facebook groups that you can tell they're nothing but troll pages posting these fake articles and all this different stuff. But we got to get it under control, man. We start Bama fans, y'all start looking like Auburn and Georgia fans out here complaining and making excuses. Sometimes you just lose. Yeah, so yeah, that's where we at with it. And I don't care what y'all say, man. If you can say what you want about the coaching situation. You can say yeah. And I like how shout out to who is this? Let me make sure I call out the right name. Who handles who runs Crimson coverage, y'all? Is that Brody? Or is that Mick and Clint? Is Crimson coverage Brody or Clint and Mick? Okay, yeah. I think, okay, let me know. Is Crimson coverage is Brody? Yeah, I don't care. We won't report that. In second hand, we not doing that. Bogus, what's good? Who is this? Bogus in the chat. Oh, they like that. The Fairweather fans mad at my post, man. Who are these people? Have y'all seen it? I ain't gonna play it on the live. Y'all gotta take that energy up for yourself. Crimson coverage is Brody, right? Yeah, Crimson coverage is Brody. Making Clint is cover Crimson. Yeah, that's who I was looking for. I was looking for cover Crimson. Shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to Mick and Clint, man. We've been having some conversations behind the scene. Gonna do some stuff for y'all in this Bama fan base. Christian Ballard and Rico Mitchell checking in on Facebook, TikTok. I see y'all checking in. Big homie with the gifts, Antonio with the gifts. They tapping the screen. Everybody tapping the screen on TikTok. Hey, TikTok, I don't know what y'all did earlier today, but we had a crazy amount of viewers over there in the live chat. Hopefully we can get those numbers up tonight. Tonight, this call-in segment is only going to be an hour long, y'all. We're going to be real strict on the time. So call in, say what you got to say, get into the conversation. Make sure you get your voices heard here on the Coach Smook Network. We're not trying to burn ourselves out. I know everybody's excited, and I know everything is going, kind of haywire for some of you fans, but just understand that this is week 1. You got 11, you got 11 more weeks in the regular season, but 12 because you got 13 more weeks in the regular season to really divulge. Don't go jumping off cliffs and saying stuff that you're gonna regret and not be able to recollect, because I got a team and we got bookmarks and screenshots ready. And it's people like Matthew Waitley on Twitter that I guarantee you, don't let Alabama make the playoffs. The best thing for him and the way he was acting is for Alabama to be a 2-10 team, and we not do anything, because anything other than that, he's a fair weather fan off rip. Like the type of stuff he was saying, and fire this coach and fire that coach, and people listen to this crap, chat. That's my problem with it. You all listen to it and you all entertain it, and I'm trying to figure out why. Why do people like that get that much attention and that much? It's like it just bothers me to my core. Oh yeah, Ricky Green been fair weather, but we've been talking about this, and I talked to Ricky Green on a personal level. I'm doing some things for some other stuff with him, and yeah, fair weather though. Always been fair weather. These people jump off the ledge and ready to call it quits, and jumping in Auburn spaces and letting Auburn fans talk trash to them as if the end of the world, like the season is over. And I can't stand it. I can't go to battle with you crying with the enemy and consoling and getting hugged up by the enemy during the week, but then on the weekend you wanting these boys to show up and play to your amusement or to your satisfaction or your standard. I'll pass. I can understand why they don't pay attention to y'all on socials, and why y'all don't get the reactions and things that y'all don't get for all you fair weather fans. So to all the Bama boys and all the staff that do tap into this show and tap in, just know I see what they saying. I don't care. You got people with 12 followers on their Twitter page, their troll page, with no profile picture, no posts. All of a sudden you got a Twitter. 2025, Twitter been around for the longest, and you just not getting a Twitter just so you can talk trash to me. It's a lot of people hiding behind troll pages, and it's all good. We figured out the formula. I got us a few times last year, but we figured out the formula. What's good? Angel said, what's good, Smook and the real Bama fans? Hey, real Bama fans, stand up, man. Give yourself some applause. Listen, that's what I want y'all to be proud of, man. Y'all real Bama fans, stand up, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's a lot of fair weatherism going around here, and we're gonna have to stand up strong. It's week 1. I guarantee you, 8-1 record, we won't hear none of this crazy talk that they're talking right now. A lot of feet and mouths, and nobody's going to admit that they were wrong from the jump. That's going to be the funny part. They were wrong. Even Saban had a process, man. Different era, different time, different results. So, yeah. And I put names on everything. Everybody that I'm calling out, I put names on it. I haven't been able to watch. They said Kangaroo Black was tripping a little bit. I haven't been able to watch it. But I'll go check it out. Who else y'all want me to go check out? Y'all know I don't give a about nothing. Nobody feelings when it comes to this content. This content, at the end of the day, I got opinion. They got opinion. It is what it is. Who else y'all want me to talk about? I seen Cruz out there on Twitter. I rock with Cruz too. I just think he was being very irrational this weekend, and it might have been the drinks. Some of these people, they're not necessarily professionals. They're just social media personalities. Expect them to be in their element, man, and let people have fun. I don't judge these people. Me calling them a fair weather fan ain't judging them. I just have an opinion on their fandom. They're not going to hell for it. They won't get my respect as a Bama fan. You can cheer for them all you want when you're winning and wear the shirts, all the shirts you want. You can have all the degrees, but anytime something bad go and you crying, yeah. I truly don't rock with that. Glenn Teague, you keep asking all these fair weather questions. Let's go from Glenn Teague's first comment. See, Glenn, I'm gonna go get on your head. He started off with, "What's up, coach? Well, it looks like we got fooled with all the talk before the season." How? After week 1? Okay. Not hating, just pissed. I didn't say you was hating. It just sounded like you were in feather weather right now. He said, Bama. No, that's not Glenn. He said, "Coach, I love your optimistic, but what I seen Saturday is I hope we see the playoffs." I love your optimistic, but what I seen Saturday, I hope we see the playoffs. We got a whole season to go. I would say this: besides the barn running game, they are not that good. So you giving them benefit of the doubt. I believe Bama will win the next couple of weeks and go to Athens and upset UJ between the hedges. Chapman, I like that energy. So do you think we are soft? I don't think any player on this roster is soft. I think there was a huge lack in effort and attentiveness to details, attention to details. But I would not dare call any one of these young men soft. You don't know what they go through physically on the day to day. And all these old heads talking about what they had to play through and what they that great for you. You did it during your time. Whoop-de freaking do. Whoop-de freaking do. Nobody cares anymore. And the people that do care, that's the reason that they're so stressed out is because they can't get with the times and they can't see the process. And I'm good on that. I don't care to try to prove that to anybody. I just want that same energy, that same doubt when this team is pushing in the right direction. I want that same soft, fair weather energy that you was portraying so publicly. Henry Gillis, what's up, cousin? Didn't like the L, but the defense came through in crunch time. Just couldn't score. Seen good and bad, but definitely seen things to build to get better. I say that too. I think we had some spots where the defense did show up early on, but you got to sustain that. You can't just show up. That sometimes you got to be able to give your team a chance all the time. Offense got to capitalize. The same situation we ran into last year. A lot of times where the defense was giving us extra possessions on the offensive side, and the offense just wasn't scoring. And I'm not saying that's a tie issue. I'm not saying it's one person in particular. I'm not saying it's a play calling issue. I'm saying everybody needs to execute at the same time. You know, a couple underthrown passes, a couple in the run game, a couple blocks missed or shedded too early. I think the running back room played great. I think we could have leaned on them to settle the game a little bit more, slow it down a lot. I think if you slowed the game a little bit more, especially when we were down 10-7, when we were down 10-7, you just slowed that game out and tried to grind that drive out, you know, push that play clock to the 7-second, 5-second mark, them 3 plays, you might find yourself in a better position because that tempo that we were trying to get Ty to play at, he wasn't able to process it. Hey, Glenn, I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that, Glenn. You know what that means? And I got to stop the music. For every fan that keeps saying this, I've been a fan longer than you've been alive, or I graduated from the University of Alabama. What the does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? That means you've had you should be more solid than what you're displaying. If you've been a Bama fan longer than me, that means you lived through the 80s, you lived through the 70s, and it wasn't like Alabama ever went through an era where they weren't competitive at some point during that era, that 10-year split. There's not a decade where Alabama hasn't either been in the conversation or been poised to be in the conversation since its existence. So the worst era I lived through, being a military brat, I didn't get back to the States till 96. So 97 wasn't the greatest year. 98 wasn't the greatest year. 99, we looked like we was going to do something. 2000 was decent. Then 01 to 06, we couldn't beat Auburn. You know, 07 come back around, Coach Saban. Like, I've lived through worse. I've seen worse displays of Alabama football. For everybody keeps saying that's not the standard. Well, what about all those years when we were taking L's and losing by 21 points? We losing by 28. I mean, what about those years? What about those years Southern Miss was putting in work on Alabama? Southern Miss, you heard what I said. So, yeah, if you've been a fan longer than me, then there shouldn't be none of this. Are they soft? This team is done. The season over. All that stuff. There's no way you've been a fan longer than me, and that's the first thing you jump to. We saw Clemson. I said this earlier. We saw Clemson lose the first game of the season last year, and they ended up being a playoff team. I'm just saying. And I'm not making no excuses about this display or the execution of this team or the product that we put on the field. But you as fans, the way that y'all talking about fire coaches and do this, all that, man, stop. And if you're talking in that ballpark of fair weatherism, I'm going to call you a fair weather fan, like it or not. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So, say what you want. Y'all say what y'all want about these players. I see y'all on y'all social media accounts. I see y'all in these threads under Bear Bryant, Burner, and all them boys crying. Courtney McKinney and all them crying. I be saying y'all liking. I like scavenging the landscape now when it comes to Bama football fans on Twitter. I like to pick my targets, man. You still believe in DeBoer? Well, talk like it. Ways, where are you drunk? Phone line open. I'm ready to hear this whining on the line. 334-625-1121. Call in and share your thoughts. Anything you got to say. What is Doug calling me for? Doug, I'm live on the show. Watch this, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna put Doug on the spot. Hello. What's up, buddy? I'm live, buddy. Yeah. The chat hear you right now. They hear you on my cell phone. You're not on the call-in show. You on my cell phone, and we live.
Okay. Fine. I'll call you back later.
All right, buddy.
All right, sorry.
You good? That's my brother, y'all. Y'all know when Doug call, I gotta answer, man. We get some stuff. We get some stuff from Doug. That's our guy. 334-625-1121 phone line is now open. Y'all can call in. Like I said, we on a tight schedule tonight. We pushing this call in line. Starting now, we're gonna push it for an hour. So call in. You got 4 minutes on the line. Talk your talk, man. Create good conversation. If you create good conversation, we'll extend the phone call. But I want to give everybody a chance to call in. 334-625-1121. And I don't want to just hear no complaining. I want to hear what y'all think this team look like going forward. We got ULM coming up. I've already started my segments for tomorrow. I'm kind of diving into the breakdown of ULM and what I expect to see from them on tomorrow's morning show. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. We're going to do our morning show. We're going to be doing a post-practice report till Thursday. We'll be doing a post-practice report. So that'll be our new weekly schedule. We won't do everyday post-practice report. We'll just do it through social media, or we might do a quick live, mobile live, something like that. But we got so many other things going on with high school football now that we got to be mobile. So, yeah. That boy Wade said his stomach hurt. Go get some Pepto, man. You'll be all right. This can be corrected. We wouldn't touch a football this week. We running all week long. Hey, Fat Mac. It was funny because I was talking with some OGs at the barbershop, not at the barbershop, at church, and that's the first thing I said to him. I said this week I wouldn't even touch a ball, especially defensively. I wouldn't even worry about the ball. We'll be doing conditioning drills, 40, 45 minutes in the practice, sprinting to spots after you go line up, shoot a gap. We call a play, you run it, and you got to run through that line. You got to run through that yard line, 35 yards downfield. D linemen, linebackers, DBs, we will be. Everybody will be conditioning in every drill. And I think today, after some of the conversations I had, not just with the media reporters that we have on site, that we have our connections with, but I was privileged enough to talk to some of the players today, and just hearing the intensity behind, or the intent behind what they were saying. You get tired of hearing it from as a fan, but from a coaching standpoint, from somebody that's been in these situations where expectations were not met, as far as what the fan base or what the populace demanded of you. Maybe you didn't meet their expectations, and it don't take much when you know who you are. You don't need a lot of hype. You don't need a lot of things to kind of flow your direction for you to self-correct. Self-correction is the best when nobody has to tell you to do it. And I got that from a lot of our players today. If you saw Ty Simpson's interview, I feel like he was very, very adamant about Zach, are you sure you calling? Hold on. Let me see. Try to call now, Zach. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. I haven't seen no phone call. Maybe I just need to refresh it. I haven't seen it. 334-625-1121. Phone line is open. Up, down, to they puke. Hey, you trying to go remember the Titans. Denzel Washington. Coach Yotes. My boy said he been calling. Chasing the outside shoulder. Called it rabbit hole. Facts. I've been calling, bro. Y'all have been calling. 334-625-1121. I don't see no phone calls on the line. Okay, there we go. We got a call coming through. 205. You on the line.
Call from
J1.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo, the other J, you in the game. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up, bro? First of all, man, I love the show.
For sure.
That's number one.
Appreciate you. Is this the other J or this a new J?
This a new J, man. I've been seeing this my first time calling, bro, because I really want to get on these fair weather fans you've been talking about.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me give you some applause before you come in, y'all. Hey, we got the J1 in the chat, man. Where you calling from, J1? You in the game?
Birmingham, bro. Represent Parker High School with all them beats coming out of Parker going to Alabama.
Ooh, hey, Parker putting the state on notice, man. I tell you that I've been a huge fan of Parker the last 3 years. You know, I follow Alabama high school football, recruiting, and everything of that nature. Coming from Central Alabama, we hated coming up to Birmingham to play. So, shout out to you, man. But you got 3 minutes. Go ahead and take your time and tell us what you got, man. What's on your mind today? 334 call back after this call.
And I really just want to speak on this. The best thing that could have happened to us really was losing the way we did so we can get everybody in check. I think a lot of the players, a lot of the fans, everybody just thought we were going to walk in there. It's still Florida State. You know, despite their record, this still Florida State. Those guys put their jerseys on. They have pride, like we want our guys to have. So, yeah, we lost, but again, we lost early. Second thing, LSU won. Georgia won. These teams are going to be ranked high, which means, guess what? All these fair weather fans got to remember, we play these teams. So we want them ranked 3, 2, 4, 5. Because all thing that's going to happen is once we beat them,
upset.
Now we're back in the conversation. Right. Now we're the upset team. Now we're all over ESPN. Now we're all over the internet. Everybody's talking. And not to mention, man, think about it. Ty Simpson went into this hostile. This is his first time really just starting a game. Come on, man. Give these kids a break. And I do say kids, no matter how much money they getting right now, these are still kids. They still have emotions. They still have feelings. He's going to improve, but you got to stay off of it.
Yeah.
You got to stay off of it.
And you know what the sad part is, Jay? You won't get that from a fan base like Alabama. This guy Kyle Banks in the chat talking about he want Carson Beck. Bro, okay.
Skeletor. He wants Skeletor.
Yeah, I don't get you fans. You fans right now calling for anything to be changed. You other than effort being applied and not believing in these players, you're the same fans in the summer, in the summer that was tie time, this, that, and the third. You know, we had the best offensive line, and you, regardless of who was reporting and how it was being reported, the same thing. The message was consistent between all platforms. No matter if it was from an ESPN level or the Coach Smook Network level, you had consistency in the reports. Josh Pate even followed up saying he showed up to 2 Bama scrimmages, and this is not the product he expected to see. So for everybody out there fair weathering right now, appreciate you for exposing yourself. Appreciate you for exposing yourself. And when this thing turn around, best believe you step in the Coach Smook Network chat. Y'all know I ain't never chase clicks. I ain't never chase numbers. I'm all about authenticity. So you just step in this chat talking about some Roll Tide. I promise you're going to get a 5-minute segment from me and your fake fair weather fandoms. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Jay. You got about a minute, bro. Take your time. I mean, go ahead and tell us what's on your mind, bro.
I'm going to say this, man. We starting at like Auburn fans. Because you got to realize, man, and I'm going to tell you this. I got a lot of partners that are Auburn fans. And I remember I saw a guy pull out, this is no lie. He pulled out an Auburn flag once they started back winning, and I saw him riding down the road, man, with a spider hanging on to a spider web. That's just how long he had that flag tucked away. And we can't be like that. And we got to stop blaming one person. Last year, it was Miro.
Yeah.
And just this quick, it's Simpson. Just this quick. Well, it was Jalen Miro. Now, is it just Ty Simpson? Ty Simpson can throw the ball, but he can't catch it. He can't make receivers hold on to the ball once he throws it. Just like a coach can put you in a position to win, but he can't make you execute. That's not on. It's a team thing, man. It's a team L like it's a team win.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need everybody to just calm down, man. I mean, hey, man, I'm one of the biggest Bama fans you'll ever see. I'm the type of guy, man, if they're losing, I go in the bathroom and they start winning, hell, I'll stay in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I love Bama, man. I bleed crimson. But I also understand, man, this is just a game. I got to wake up tomorrow, go to work, man, and keep praising God also. I can't let what happens on this field, man, dictate my life.
That
I
part.
don't even want to watch TV sometimes when they lose, man, because I hate to see the people who jump on the band.
Yeah.
He talks about Alabama, and we are the Dallas Cowboys. We are the Lakers. We are the Celtics of college. People are going to turn in to watch us lose, or they're going to turn in to watch us win. It's just that simple. So, man, like I said, all the haters, man, get on back to the back of the bus. We might let you come back up front when we ride into the SEC championship game. Cause again, man, I'm staying positive. But if we don't, man, keep cheering these kids on, man.
Facts.
Keep cheering them on because you're gonna be a fan, man. You're gonna be a fan. Just
Facts.
that simple.
Straight up. I like that, man.
Hey,
I like
brother,
that energy.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. I love what you're doing, man. Keep it positive, man. Keep it going, brother.
I appreciate you, man. Jay, appreciate you for calling in, J1. First time calling, man, tapping in. Y'all give it up for J1, man. Hey, roll tide, my brother.
Roll time, bro.
Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for J1 again in the chat. 334-625-1121. Phone line is open. Jump in the game. Say your name and put me in the game, coach. We'll get you on the phone line and get your thoughts here on the Coach Smook Network. 334, we see you. 334.
Call from
Showtime.
Showtime, what's up, man? You in the game? Talk to me.
What's good, my guy?
Man, chilling, man. Who is Showtime? We ain't never heard this voice. This your first time calling in?
Yeah, that's my first time calling in, but I've been watching you since you and Jance and Coach Sean were doing y'all thing.
All right, file on the play. We not mentioning them other names on this channel. I'm just playing. You good? I'm just playing. You good, bro? You good? Appreciate you for jumping on the show, man. How you feeling tonight? What's on your mind, bro?
I'm good, man. I did so when everybody was talking about blaming Milroe for the lack of success of our team for the past couple of years, I decided to do like a film analysis on the offense because I'm an offensive guy. I played at Alabama a little bit, walked on to them, transferred to Tuskegee. So I played at a high level.
I know who I'm talking to now.
Position. Yeah, I played every position on offense, receiver, slot, quarterback, running back, played it all.
I know who I'm talking to now. He played 11, 2011?
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah, I know who I'm talking to. Now the voice sounded familiar.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. You was there when I don't want to put a name on it. I don't know if you want to put it out there like that, but you was there when Daquan was there.
Yeah, Quan. The last well Julio left the year that I was being recruited to come there.
Yep.
So that was what 2010.
2010. Yep.
Marquise Mays was there. Eddie Lacy.
Yep.
I'm with them boys.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. But yeah, man, I feel everything you're saying right now. When it comes to this team coming together and everything, like this is just a process, man. This is.
I just feel honestly, man. I just feel like because I looked at the first two drives. I just finished doing a film analysis on the first quarter of Oregon-Washington game when the boy had first got to Washington. And the first drive, get what we saw.
Same exact thing.
Delay game, false starts, getting the call in late, a lot of shifts. He ran the ball, I think, let me look at my notes. He ran the ball 4 times out of 11 plays the first drive. The second drive, he ran the ball 4 out of 11 plays. So basically, this is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Just looking off what Michael Penix had. He ran pretty much the same scheme, pretty much the same tendencies. The tackles was getting beat on the stunts, on the twist stunts, on the edge. The only difference is he called a lot of different screens which he haven't called at Alabama for real for the last 2 seasons that he's been there. He haven't really ran the ball consistently. This is the first time I've seen the offense that he's running or as a head coach actually run the ball and not give up on it. So at the end of 2 drives, we went, I ain't gonna say we, but they went 9 runs, 19 passes. About 5 play actions. You can win like that. You see what I'm saying? It's a balanced attack. You know what I'm saying? It's not predictable.
You got to execute though.
Also, the biggest thing too is that with Michael Penix, he moved the pocket.
Yes.
He had him doing some sprint outs. He had him doing some rollouts, just to move the pocket around, get them feet moving, and it opened up a lot of the passing lanes. We had Milroe. Milroe could have easily rolled out, do a lot of sprint outs, but we didn't even do that neither. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, do he not think that the players can perform at that level to where we can move the pocket, to where we can get receivers open without having our quarterback just stand there and get killed the whole game.
100%.
I don't know what we're seeing at practice because I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say what the players can do or what they can't do. I
gotta get your assessment, but you got about 45 seconds. I want to get your quick thought on this. I'm tired of people saying that we haven't made adjustments to the running quarterback. Do you think that Kane Womack and this 4-2-5, and I feel like people want, when they say adjustments, what exactly do y'all mean by adjustments? Y'all keep saying that, but what adjustment would you make? Because I would dare you to say add an extra defensive lineman and take a DB off the field so you could stop the running quarterback, or put an extra line back on the field and take a like what adjustment personnel wise would you make, first of all? And then secondly, like literally, what are you sending? If you make the personnel adjustment, what are you sending to take away a 4-option play that's going to be ran? You got a play that's being ran where you got 4 options every play.
Honestly, bro, it's really just a sign of the football, and the want to stop the run, the want to hit something.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I've been seeing a lot of motherfuckers playing patty cake. It's like they waiting to get hit.
Instead of giving the hit, you're on defense. Go initiate the hit. Stop waiting to get hit.
Anything. I know I was screaming, go hit something. Niggas in there waiting to get hit. And it's like, y'all, I haven't seen our defense play so passive and I don't know how long. I know under Saban, I don't think we ever been this passive. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, we always had trouble against mobile quarterbacks, but you gotta remember, them mobile quarterbacks can also throw the rock too. So you can't just crowd the box, and you can't just let them throw the rock. Cause i.e. Cam Newton, i.e. Johnny Football, Deshaun Watson, they're doing the quarterback that we had the most trouble with because they could run, but they could also sling that rock and pick you apart if you let them too. So against this read option, bro, I don't think it's a personnel issue. I do think that we are kind of slow when it comes to change of direction, but I can't really say that because I know at Florida State I know we ain't give a lot of effort.
You really can't say. Like, people keep talking about dual threat QBs keep beating us. I see if you keep talking about dual threat QBs beating us, how is dual threat QBs is the scheme when every game that we've lost to a dual threat QB has been 12 or more missed tackles. 7 broken tackles.
Not even that. They running the ball 50+ times. A dual threat quarterback is going to be a balance. You're going to get a balanced meal, like I just said.
But that's the thing. If you look at it, the imbalance. There is no balance. Oklahoma beat us with no balance.
Exactly.
Vanderbilt, they didn't.
They're not dual threat. All they doing is just running
the ball and breaking tackles. How's that schematics? How's that schematics, chat? Hey, bro, I gotta get you off the line. We gotta open the phone line up. Say your name one more time and where you calling from, bro. I appreciate you for jumping in the game.
Hey, Showtime, calling from well, I live in Atlanta now, but I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama.
All right, Gumptown in the chat. Hey, represent 334. Hey, you might be my cousin, Mike. Why you playing?
Hey, for sure. Hey, never know. Hey, it's small down there.
You know it, man. Everybody's related to somebody. You got to be careful around this mud. But I appreciate you for calling in, man. And Roll Tide Showtime. Make sure you call in some more, bro.
Oh, for sure. We'll do. Roll
yes,
Tide,
sir.
Man.
Y'all give it up for that guy Showtime on the phone line, chat. 334-625-1121. While we wait for the rest of the calls to come in, man. Wait on the meltdown mode. He said, what do you suggest we do, Smook? Keep playing the same defense and keep getting beat? Nah, I think we keep playing the same defense and put players out there that want to tackle. Simple as that. Simple as that. Y'all keep talking about it's the scheme. Coach ain't dialing nothing up. I understand. I agree with one thing about the coaching, the play calling on the defensive side. Get more aggressive. Disruptive. That's what your defense is made to do. You're in space. Your front is supposed to attack. You need to be more aggressive. But it doesn't make an excuse. It don't do no good to be more aggressive if my player's not tackling. Simple as that. Phone call on the line.
Willie. To accept, press 1.
Yo, Zach, you in the game. Talk to me, man.
What's good, Coach Smook and AAA family? How are y'all doing this evening?
We're chilling, man. How you feeling tonight, Zach?
I'm feeling good.
I'll give it up for that boy, Zach, man. I feel like I'm getting a cold, man.
From this weekend.
What's that, Zach? I couldn't hear you. What'd you say, buddy?
I said I calmed down from this weekend. You know, got a little upset, and needed a few days to, regain my composure and everything and calm down and refocus, for this week, and not focus on what happened last week,
Oh,
and
man.
so
Go ahead, Zach. I'm sorry. I got to stop reading the chat. Chris Chapman and Bama boy, they all over the place. You talking about it's not a 4-2-5. It's a fake 4-2-5. It's a tough 3-3-5 or it's a 3-3. It's not a 3-3-5. If you listen, just because he's standing up off the edge or he's floating in between the gaps on the line of scrimmage, you still have your base nickel personnel out there. And if you send a dime package out there, of course you're going to see the linebacker stand up. He has to show in some space. He has to. Alignment, proper alignment. Y'all talk about this team and the misalignments last year. I seen this team pre-snap go because they knew they were getting motion. They didn't even go and line up in base formation. They went ahead and lined up to where the pre-snap motion would be coming. They anticipated pre-snap motion, and they got motion into that formation. They got motion into that alignment. And we were in position to make tackles, and everybody, you got 2 missed tackles on the same play. So y'all gotta quit, man. I think we need to do more film study over here.
Facts.
Go ahead, Zach. I owe you a minute. You go ahead, man. I'm gonna be quiet.
All right, man. But yes, and now the only player I would say that we need to bench, change something or whatever, and I say this because we've seen it over multiple seasons, still making the same dang mistakes, and that's Deontay Lawson. But he's been doing it his whole time at Alabama. He did it under Saban. He's done it the last 2 seasons under DeBoer. He cannot, for whatever reason, he refuses to attack the gap that he's assigned to attack. He will not do it. He'll wait for contact, and then he gets blown back 10 yards, and then doesn't even make the tackle, and it's like, come on, what are you not getting? What do we need to do to drive it into your head that you need to attack the gap?
You're 100%. I usually don't single out players, but like I said, college Henry To'oTo'o, he would never get a snap from me at Alabama again. Now NFL To'oTo'o, he looked great. I don't know what's going on with Deontay Lawson. I don't even think it's the injury mental block. I just at some point in time we have to just accept players for who they are. Caden Proctor is one of those players. I don't think neither one of these players are trash, but in this scheme and these philosophies, they're out of position and it's showcasing in their productivity. 30 seconds, Zach. We got another call to call in. 334 call back in 45 seconds.
All right. But yes, and all I got to say is we're going to continue to get better. It was week 1. We went in. Anytime we play Gus Malzahn's offense on the road, we struggle. We did it when he was at Auburn, and he did it to us at Florida State. So we need to get off this hot train of firing the coaches and everything, because Nick Saban struggled against his offense. And Nick Saban was the greatest head coach to ever walk college football. So we need to get off DeBoer and Kane Walnick and all of them's back and just focus on improving week to week.
Facts.
Roll Tide, Coach Smook.
Roll Tide, Zach, coming in with the heat, man. Coming in with the heat and with the facts, man. None of that complaining about firing nobody, man. Y'all got to go somewhere with that. Appreciate you for calling in, Zach. Roll Tide, my boy.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for Zach, man, in the chat one more time. 334-625-1121. 334, you just called, man. Call back right now. Here's your chance. Alex said, just popped in. Have you talked about how slow and out of position the linebackers are? Man, we just got done basically touching on it. Got a phone call here.
Danielle, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Excuse me, Danielle, with your attitude, you in the game? Roll Tide. How you feeling tonight? She been trying to get in. She been trying to get on the line for a minute. Let me not do that. How you feeling tonight, Dan?
For real. Hey, Coach Smook, how you doing?
I'm good, family. Look, I said, if I don't get Danny on this line tonight, I might get cussed out on one of these platforms. I don't know. What's good?
Oh, me. But nah, man, this is all good. I'm glad to be here. This was my first time calling. You feel me?
First time calling, y'all give it up.
And everything.
Well, but how you feeling tonight? What's on your mind? Talk to me.
Well, honestly, I'm gonna be real honest. Like, my heart has been hurting over the past 2 days. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm just gonna say that it's the way that we treat these players sometimes, bro. Like, that's kind of like, I think that we need to take some accountability of the venom that we have, like, spread it with these players across this football program. Like, I get that sometimes they're not going to play well. Like, we're not going to win a natty every year. That's unrealistic. You know, I get that the standard is the standard. But what is your standard when you're treating people that's coming here, that's playing for you, like crap? You feel me? Like, and a lot of people mentioned Jalen Milroe tonight, and I wanted to mention him too, because it's like, after watching what I seen, 2 days ago, it just kind of got to me that, you feel me, like, this boy really did come here and give all he had. Of course he had bad games and bad plays, but it's like, we gave Jalen Milroe no room to make no mistakes on top of everybody else's mistakes, and I just feel like that needed to be said. I feel like right now our pride kind of getting in the way of how we treat people instead of us just getting back to the basics, doing good with, like, football, you feel me, like, and treating people good. When Saban was here, he stood for these players up too. Like, he took up for these players, bro. When Bryce, didn't win, like the natty, like, he got him and another person from the team. I forgot who he was.
Will
at
Anderson.
the end of the press conference. You feel me? Yeah.
He stood up for them boys.
He stood up for these people.
If you got anything to say about my boys, you can keep to yourself. Because these is my boys, and they fought hard for the university. I don't care how bad they played. I don't care how many reads Bryce missed. I don't care. I don't care that Will Anderson had missed tackles and wasn't able to drop back and coverage this game and didn't play his best game. These guys, it's not their fault, so you can't blame them. Talk about everything else, but don't blame. I get you. I get where you're coming from.
Right, and it's just that, Alabama, we have not been a complete football team since 2020 after we won, and it's mainly offensive line issues, and nobody wants to talk about the offensive line, and now y'all want to talk about it because Jalen Milroe was used as a punching bag last year to cover up for all of this, but we had a single offensive lineman that caused over 30 pressures and tackles to be made on him one, and that will affect any type of QB play. Mm-hmm. We don't have any patience as a fan base. Everybody has to get fired, and patience is something that we have to develop. We do, because we're not going to pay nobody no $71 million to leave. Like, this is honestly what some of the people in the fan base wanted. And this is what we finna have to sit down and eat because, this is the humble pie that you cook for yourself. You baked it, you don't like it. And, but that's what we have.
Hey.
Y'all treated somebody so wrong last year for no reason. I'm not finna say that he was perfect. I'm not finna say that he didn't have no gameplay, but it was very clear to me on Saturday that boy gave all he had.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm finna say.
Yeah, and they gotta get off Ty. We're not saying that Ty is some world beater, but this loss was definitely not a Ty Simpson loss. Like, literally, right, it wasn't a Ty Simpson loss. Stop blaming one person for a team loss. It's a football team for a reason. This team didn't show up. You had drop passes. You had we didn't have no fumbles this game. Surprisingly, that was the funny part. How we don't have fumbles in the game. But and I'm not saying these passes were good. We're not saying Ty Simpson had perfect passes. I don't think he threw one perfect pass the whole game. But if the ball's touching my 5-star receiver hands and my 4-star receiver and my transfer junior receiver or my transfer senior that's been in my system for 4 years now, and Josh Cuevas, and Horton didn't drop a ball, Jeremy Bernard didn't drop a ball. Rico Scott got thrown a bad ball and still made a solid play to keep it from being a bad drop, like underthrown Ryan Williams a couple times. Like, these are all things that like build up, and when you're not locked in on a mental standpoint to understand that everything ain't going perfect, but the next play is the best play, then you're going to see that type of mentality. And I think that's where we want to see Ty grow up at. Stand up and you be the guy. You got to be the vocal guy. Lead with your actions. You got to do something to get the people to believe in you and to trust what you're doing as a quarterback. And I think that's what Jalen Miro was able to do in that first year as a starter. Now, second year, I felt distractions came into play. All of this hype and all these expectations came into play, and that kind of got him off his mark a little bit. But he was able to self-correct. And I want to see that self-correction from Ty. Not that he had to do anything on the field to really self-correct, but it's more from a leader standpoint and mentality. 30 seconds, sis, and then I'm going to have to get you off this line. What you got to say before you get up out of here, sis?
Right. And I just want to say to end it that maybe we should try a different approach other than sitting over here trying to beat players down. Like, that's not what Saban stood for when he was here. Because when Saban was here, couldn't none of these fans disrespect these players like they disrespecting them now, because Saban did stick up for these players and tell these fans to quiet, man. He did it for Bryce. He did it for Jalen. Like, we got to turn a new leaf. Like, maybe try uplifting instead of just beating people down, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not working.
Yeah. I appreciate you for calling in. I appreciate you for calling in, Danielle. You already know Roll Tide. You can call in anytime this phone line opens, sis.
Roll Tide.
Look, appreciate your support. Y'all give it up for our girl, Danny, look, calling in for the first time, y'all. Listen, I'm going to tell you how solid it is with some of the people that support these channels and support the content on the space. I got an inbox. I got a DM from like 7 or 8 people how to call in. And I literally, 2 voices out of the 8 people that inboxed me today have called in. So I appreciate you. Don't care to put your name out there like that, but Danielle was one of them. So the next caller that called in, who else wrote earlier? I think that was on the phone call segment earlier where we had somebody call in earlier. They had wrote to get the number off of Instagram. But I appreciate y'all for supporting on each platform. Let's check it on the other platforms real quick. We got 256. We got suspected spam caller. Who you is? Let's see.
Call from
DeAndre.
Okay.
To accept.
Yo, D Threat, what's good, man? Good to hear you on the line. You in the game with your boy Coach Smook, man. How you feeling, bro?
Finally, man. Finally, bro. Finally, man. About time, man.
Oh, man. What's going on, my light-skinned brother?
Oh, man. Just chilling, man. Just watching some, the North Carolina and TCU game. But, hey, man, I've been questioning, man. What do you feel about the board? And what do you feel about Kane Woman?
Listen, man, I'm going to give my honest opinion. I think Kalen DeBoer was the best option for the job at the point in time and what was available without going in our pockets and getting overinvested. Somebody that's created winning culture everywhere he's went. I think the offensive system is perfect for what we're trying to transition to. And I think he's the guy for the job. One loss to a Florida State team. And I want people to remember this. Y'all keep talking about this Florida State team being 2-10. This is a whole new team. This is the same Florida State with the same head coach that got better with his staff, got better in the portal as far as skill sets available compared to what he did last year and evaluating and understanding what he wanted with the schemes. And they were able to roll it out at home in a big game, in a big matchup, and some of the better conditions that they need. They utilized every non-on-field factor to their advantage, and it rolled over into the field. So Kalen DeBoer, I think, is in a good spot. He's won some big games since he's been at Alabama. He still has put Alabama in contention for SEC championship games, and we were number 11 ending the season last year with 3 losses and a 12-team playoff selection. Right, we ended at number 11, so we're not far off. And to lose to a team like Florida State that might very well compete for the ACC this year, this is a team that might compete. I see a North Carolina fan in here. You're going to lose to Florida State. North Carolina, you're in the Alabama chat talking about what Alabama need to do. You're going to lose to this team that just beat Alabama, especially if they stay healthy. So, and then Kane Womack, man, I wish we can see the fullness of his philosophy and his aggressive play calling nature. We have yet to see it at Alabama in consistency. We've seen games like LSU last year put pressure on it.
Same thing. My thing with Womack, my biggest problem with Womack. And I was saying, okay, with Gus Malzahn, what get me, they didn't go back and look at none of that film. You mean to tell me they didn't go back and look at none of that film when he was coaching at Auburn, running that offense at Auburn, or going back and looking at the film from last year with the Vanderbilt film and the Oklahoma film, you ain't go back and look at none of that?
Listen, I can't agree with you on there. They had to because we had 14 missed tackles, man. 14 missed tackles. You had 7 plays that resulted in 10 or more yards in the game. You get what I'm saying? So if let's just think about it. You had 14 missed tackles. You had 7 plays. No, you had 10 plays. I think it was 17 plays for 10 or more yards in this game. I think it was 17. I got to go back and look at the stat. But if you're missing that many tackles, somewhere in that mixture, 14, I mean, let's say 10 less missed tackles. You missed 4 tackles in this game. You're off the field on third down two times, maybe 3 times. You're stopping a play from being a 27-yard gain to making it a 7-yard gain, giving yourself a chance to play on third down. Like, you got to start looking at the percentages and the averages. And then if you turn on the film, pre-snap alignment don't tell the full story. Watch the play out. You might be disguising your edge to play inside and be stunting him to the wide 9 technique. You might be doing a 5-9 stunt. And guys aren't just, that's not being intentful. It's like, you got to want it yourself. I don't care what I call as an offensive coordinator, as a defensive coordinator. If my players don't go and fight for it and expect for it to just happen, they're used to a controlled environment. That's where I take accountability as a coach, and I got to start putting guys in there that want to go and get it.
Yeah. I mean, now, this loss can be forgiven, man. If we go, I want to see how this. People say it's going to be hard to see against UL Monroe in the Wisconsin game. I don't think so. I mean, we come out there. I just want to see, especially on the defensive side of the ball, we coming out, we attack the ball. That's what I want to see from the defense. Mm-hmm. And and on the offense, I want to see us, work on that running game and stick to that running game. Don't give up. That's what got me. They gave up even when we trailed. I think they put it. I think they passed too much. To be. And that's why we couldn't run the ball, in my opinion.
Facts.
That's why we couldn't run.
And somebody just said it in the chat. When you have a weakness at your tackle position. And I'm not dogging Caden Proctor. I'm just talking facts here.
Caden Proctor they need to put him at guard. I'm sorry. Try him at guard.
I mean, you can play. He's too big of a frame to not be able to be utilized. DeAndre, real quick, before I continue this conversation, because we having such good conversations, such good calls, I see 79 people in the chat on YouTube. We only got 30 likes. I need everybody to take 20 seconds right now. Not even 20 seconds. Take 5 seconds. Scroll on your screen, whether you're on your phone, you could double tap the screen. If you're on your computer, you can scroll down below the video here. There's a thumbs up button, hit that mug. And if you're watching on your TV, which I just found out you can do, especially with the Roku remote, what you do is you hit the up button right here. I got you right here. Hit the up button, right? And then what you do is you will see this little menu pop out. Hit the up button or down button, and you can scroll over to the thumbs up button and hit that mug, man. Hit that mug for your boy. That's free. And then if you want to donate to the channel, man, there's multiple ways to donate and support the channel monetarily. We got direct donations with Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, but you also can super chat in the chat. We hadn't had a super chat train in a minute. I would love to enjoy one. Let's wait till a dub, though. Let's wait till we get a dub this weekend to crank up a super chat train. But back to you, DeAndre. You got about 45 seconds before we open this phone line back up. Phone line open up in another minute, chat. Come on.
Okay, man. So, but like I said, I think the Florida State game can be forgiven. We got our chances to still revamp this thing, and it's a lot of football left to play, but I do think we need to grow up quick and use this Wisconsin game and UL Monroe game, and then we got the bye week. Then we'll get some players back, like Tim Keenan, I felt like we just missed him a lot on that defense.
Explain. I'll give you an extra 30 seconds to explain how Tim Keenan being there would have made a difference. And I'm a Tim Keenan fan. I'm a close to Tim Keenan.
He probably would have got some push, especially them Florida State run. They ran up the middle a lot. Hey, when you get to the second level, man, you know, we still miss tackles, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah. And that's all we got to clean up. Making tackles. For me, if we just start with making tackles, this defense looks totally different. Games where the defense held teams under 13 points last year, 14 points last year. You saw single-digit missed tackles, 6 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, 9 missed tackles. You know, anytime you hit that double-digit mark, we only won by, you know, there was close margin victories or we lost. And most of the losses in those big missed tackle games, like Oklahoma game, you didn't even have that many missed tackles against Oklahoma. Just bad gap assignment and just lack of execution that game. And then the offense didn't help with the turnovers we had. We had 3 turnovers that game. You had the Ryan Williams fumble. You had the Jalen Miro 2 interceptions. Then you had the fumble by Jalen Miro. Like too many turnovers that game. So I think we're in a good spot. Dre, I appreciate you for calling in, man, and roll tide, my boy. I'll catch you on the next one, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Roll tide, man. Y'all give it up for my guy Dre on the phone line, man. I went like a minute over. He said something that kind of struck a nerve, and I want to hear the explanation behind it. And I'm not dogging Tim Keenan, but I'm a firm believer that it's time to turn pages on a lot of these positions and a lot of these position groups and a lot of this talent on roster. And a lot of these fifth-year seniors came back. I appreciate the love and I appreciate the gesture. But if you're still part of the reason why we're not excelling and going past the level we need to be at, I think it's time to turn the page and grow with the real growing pains. Like we got 2 years, 3 years left with a lot of these players that aren't seeing majority of the reps. Might as well get them acquainted and conditioned to be in these positions, these impact roles and these positions. So that's just my quick opinion on it. Shout out to everybody in the chat again. We got 82 in the chat now. We only got 49 likes. Continue to hit the thumbs up on the screen. If you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, continue to tap the screen. Let me go check the TikTok chat right now. Nay is in the chat. Alleyway said NIL making these teams different. Alleyway, I see you. Hulani Gainer, what up, though, my guys? I see you still on the grind. You already know it. Always. The Mac came in talking about some war dumbass Eagle. I see you. I don't care about the bleep button on there. You don't come in my chat talking that craziness. It's a lot of pressure now with money. Y'all got to chill. The line left to other teams. She got a point. No, actually, our offensive line came back pretty solid. We returned 3 starters, 12-game starters last year. From last year's roster, Wilkin Formby started 5 games last year, played in all 12, played in 10 of the 12 regular season games, if I'm not mistaken. You get Cam Dewberry. He's the newest guy out the portal, and he probably had the strongest game. So Alleyway, I disagree. I think we had our offensive line, and to everybody else's point that actually watched the game, but I'm glad Clint Lamb is going back and showing a lot of these freeze frames. I don't have time to do all that. I'd rather just break it down live and talk about it, which we should be able to do late tonight. If y'all want to step in, even if you don't come in live, you'll be able to see it later as a post game recorder type junk. But I really think the O-line plays solid, even with our weaknesses at left tackle. Looking for me struggled maybe 3 snaps in the first half. He had 1 or 2 spots in the second half where I think overextending was the issue again. But it wasn't like he played against a slouch of a defensive end. Like, you know, this isn't USF. He's struggling with, you know, with their defensive ends. He looked a lot better and more confident than he did last year. I know everybody saw him throwing up in the trash can. That's just nerves, man. I want my players to have some type of nerves about them as they get ready to come in. We need to find Barnes. Yeah. Facts, 100%, Mary J. My boy Bama Boy 22, man. You know what? You consistent, Bama Boy 22. O-line still weak at both tackles. For me, playing better than Proctor. Facts. I get you. I don't think the production is there. I think our choice of words got to be better too. I had to learn that last year. For me and Proctor type players that improve each game. I won't say that about Proctor, chat. I can't say that about Proctor, and I'm not dogging any player. I'm just saying, guys, the proof is in the pudding with Proctor. You know, this is 30 games now. 30 games under his belt. 30 games, thousands of reps at this point. You know, and we're still seeing some of the same things. I don't know, man. Maybe first game, you know, you're tight, you're not used to game speed, and you got beat 1 too many times. But We'll see. We'll see this weekend. Shouldn't be none of those issues. Ty should be back there. I think the only thing that's going to hurt this game is if we do come out and dominate, you got a situation where Ty is, he's getting too comfortable in that pocket. His clock is not going to speed up, something that I feel like needed to happen in the last game. And then pocket awareness has to be a lot better. So you wanted to see him continue to have some type of not necessarily pressure, but work through some type of adversity when it comes to pass game. And then the run game, I think we just lean on it, y'all. Everybody keeps talking about the run game wasn't working. It was limited. It was limited because I don't think we leaned on it enough. I don't think we stuck with what was running. I didn't see any pre-snap motions. Ryan Grubb got to get back to that as far as implementing the run game. But I think running back wise, we got the receiver assets. 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. What's up, Maze? How you feeling today, man? Roll Tide in the chat. Good to see you. My Michigan people tapping in. Mike Ford, I see you. Or Michigan rep. Hey, I told you, Mike, we got plenty of family all over college football, man. Him missing 2 springs is killing him. Fusion. I keep telling people that, man. We keep telling these people that names don't do nothing on this field no more. See, I don't know how hip y'all are with this new lingo and stuff, but I'm about to give y'all a quick lesson about the new lingo, right? See, there's this thing out here called YNs, right? I don't know. I'm not going to say the word, but they got this little thing out called YNs, right? And it's the younger culture, right? The younger culture of people. And there's a certain way I used to move when I was 16 and 17 and 18. And it was some things that I just wouldn't do or try when it came to, the next age group or my elders, or things that I just wouldn't do because it wasn't deemed as respectable or it wasn't for me to do at my age. I wasn't trying to be too grown. Right now, in this space of college football with the portal and everything, it's like you got kids that are being told, come to Ohio State. You're a 4-star, you're a 5-star. You're going to be the next phase, right? And they go to Ohio State. Let's not even use Ohio State. Let's use Alabama. Prime example, Alabama. Come to Alabama. I'm gonna make you an NFL star. You're gonna be the next great thing, right? And you're part of the future. Well, a lot of these 17 and 18-year-old kids that are getting money don't understand the future may be literally that, a year out, 2 years out. And you know what happens? They come there their freshman year and they're probably playing 2 or 3 snaps a game. They're not getting a chance to shine, and the guy in front of them may not be producing, and they feel like they can do it. So guess what they're going to do in the offseason? They're going to play it quiet. They're going to play it cool. They're going to go out there. They're going to try to get a highlight here and there. They're going to short the practice. They're going to stay out of trouble. They're going to collect that check. And as soon as that portal window open, they out. And they got a chip on their shoulder. So guess what they transferring to? Somewhere in the SEC so they can see Bama. And that's what you see. Oh, they on Bama schedule. Okay, that's a good program. Let me go get the money over there. It's all a part of the business. We'll talk about it later. 205, you're on the line. Let's see who it is.
Call from.
Oh, please.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Yo. You okay over there?
Yep.
Roll Tide, you in the game with Coach Smook. Who's on the phone line, man?
Toby.
Oh, this Toby. What's up, Toby?
Nothing.
Man, y'all better give it up for Toby in the chat, man. Toby, I ain't heard from you in a minute. Where you been at, Toby? Been hiding out on me.
Yep.
Man, you better come out of hiding, Toby. It's football season. You ain't supposed to be hiding no way. We ain't fair weather. We don't never hide. What you doing?
Nuh-uh.
Talk to me, man.
Hey, Coach Smook.
How you feeling, buddy?
All right.
Man, look, you still happy about Kalen DeBoer?
Yep.
You still believe?
Yep.
What you think we're going to do this Saturday against ULM? We're going to roll Tide on them?
Yep.
I know that's right. Can I get a roll Tide?
Roll Tide.
That's my guy. Hey, Toby, how old are you this year, man?
I'm 58.
78 years old, man. Toby.
No. 58.
You said 68?
No. 58.
Oh, he said 58. Toby 58 this year, man. I remember Toby was calling us on his birthday last year. 815, call back in 1 minute. Toby, give me something before you get off the line, man. I'm glad to hear your voice, and I know the AAA family glad to hear you. Y'all give it up for Toby in the chat, man. That's my guy. What else you got to say, Toby?
I think all these so-called them things that's on Coach the board needs to get off of his back and let him do the job that he was hired to do. That's to coach the Crimson Tide of Alabama. I'm sick and tired of people getting on him for not being
Nick Saban
tough on the team.
Get him, Toby. Hey, Toby, y'all got Toby hot. I ain't never heard Toby like this. I ain't never heard Toby chat. If you've been around since Coach Smook call-in show existence, Toby called in multiple times last season. And if y'all don't know, Toby was one of our senior citizen supporters, and he was actually able to get a picture with Coach Kalen DeBoer when he first got into town at a baseball game. Toby's been around the program for a long time. So and Toby, he's angry. He's mad. He's mad at you fans. If y'all didn't understand him, he said y'all need to get off Coach Kalen DeBoer back and let him do the job that he was hired to do and trust the process. Basically, that's what he was saying. And I don't know if y'all heard it, but this is a passionate Bama fan that's been there through some of the toughest times. And when he's speaking up and it's touching his heart, I know for a fact it's serious. It ain't just me complaining or picking. It's serious. Toby is one of my guys. Toby, I appreciate you for calling in today. Roll Tide, man. I love you, boy.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. They're my guy, man. Y'all give it up for my guy, Toby, man. Appreciate Toby for calling in, man. That's my dude, man. If y'all listen, and listen, I know some people gonna watch this. If you say the wrong thing, you're blocked from my channel. That's somebody that I really hold near and dear to my heart. It's crazy because I think I've been texting the wrong number for probably about 3 months. That's one of my people that when he followed me from the other channel, it really meant a lot to my heart. If you all don't know, and I'm very public about this, we have a section of our community that is mental health, special needs, whatever you want to call it. They have different abilities that we don't comprehend on our level, for the mass populace. And if you have anything silly or crazy to say about them, I'm getting you out of here. I don't play that. I don't play that. Ask my parents what I used to get in trouble for at school for fighting for early in my younger years. I don't do bullying. I don't do that joking or none of that when it come to my family like that. So please don't do that in the chat. And I hate that I took that turn and I hope I didn't dampen the mood, but I felt it coming and I know how cruel people are. Say what you want about me. Don't talk about my family. Don't talk about, what I'm saying? Like, don't talk about, and say what you want about me and my takes and my delivery and all that stuff, how I look and all that. But people that support this community, if they're not bothering you, they're not disrespecting you, don't come and try to utilize this platform to do that. You get what I'm saying? I love the fact that Toby feels confident enough to call in on the Coach Smook Network. That does a lot for me. So Toby, again, man, you know how much your boy love you, man. Toby, give it up for Toby. We got time for, what's this, 1:15? We got time for 2 more calls. We got time for 2 more calls, man. Roll Tide in the chat to everybody. 334-625-1121. Thank y'all for tapping in. Let me get back over here on TikTok and see what the comments looking like. Did we even run a mesh concept? Oh, we did. We did, man. We ran a few mesh concepts at Bama. Nate Hudson said, Toby, yeah, I see my boy. And then Bay checking in from the back. Come here, Diamond. Come here, Diamond. I'm gonna introduce y'all to Diamond. I don't think Diamond came on the show. Mary J, can you take the banner down? Did Diamond come on the show last time? I know Boss came on here last time. Diamond, up. Come here. Up. Come here, mama. Come here, girl. There you go. All right, y'all. Everybody say hi to Diamond. She got her teddy bear. Her and Boss is around here playing. They doing tackling drills. I told them to practice the drills that I want Bama to practice this week. So we recording a clip. Yeah, we're gonna get it out to the team and make sure they're executing correctly from here on out. If y'all see an improvement in tackling, she's the one to thank. She's teaching the technique. All right. If not, she's the one to blame. Don't blame Womack. Don't blame me. You can forgive her though. Her mom, don't walk off now. I'm telling the truth. You got to be accountable, baby. You can't leave. Stand here 10 toes down. You want to be here? You're here. Where you going? It's not time to go. But don't you go nowhere. Let me finish saying my. Go ahead, then. Bye. Anyway, she was like, nah. You see, now you're doing too much. But if it don't work, man, this weekend, y'all, I just want to see better tackling. I just want to see better tackling. At the end of the day, if we can get better tackling, I think this is a total different landscape of football for Alabama and the production of this team. And I don't think we realize how much energy come from literally the defense and the special team. I think special teams played good this past weekend too, y'all. I like the kicking game right now. Was that Connor? 31, right? That I mean, short on that one kick, but it was accurate. I think he was probably like 3 yards short. It probably hung a little bit, but yeah, that I like it. I like the kicking game. The punts we had were solid and they were in some pressure situations. I'm not mad at the special teams right now, even though we didn't get to see this. But we got Bama Boy 22. You say something that I want to bring up in conversation, but before we bring that up in conversation, I want to pose this question to the chat. And this is what we're going to discuss on the phone line here. And I hate that I didn't do this. I'm glad I looked back at my notes. I should have said this at the beginning. But we can do, as a matter of fact, for the last 20 minutes of this show, if you called in, you can call back in again. But we can do a 2-minute drill. We can do a 2-minute drill where you call in, you answer the question at hand. And the question is, and Mary J, I hope you're ready to type this. You can put this on the banner. QB1. Are we picking to, is this staff picking to the QB's abilities, or are they picking to their expectations? And when I say that, are they saying, hey, this guy's the most consistent and this is what he can do, let's build our offense around him? Or are they picking to, this guy does exactly what I designed for this team, for this offense to be done? This guy can do exactly what I designed for this offense to do. All right, he can do exactly what I need him to do. I want y'all to get y'all thoughts on that as we go to our first and only break of the show. And then when we come back, we'll jump into the college segment again. Phone line to be open. All right, 334-625-1121 when we get back from this commercial break. I appreciate y'all for being here and supporting the Coach Smook Network. Y'all be blessed. And this is how you become a AAA member and support the Coach Smook Network. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips, the perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just feeling sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right, y'all. Hey, tighten up real quick. 2-minute drill, man. 2-minute drill. Let me see if I can get the right beat on for y'all. 2-minute drill. As a matter of fact, this is the one I want right here. I want this one right here. 2-minute drill. Tap in. Do you all believe? This guy got 4 fingers for real. Do you all believe this staff, based off of their selection and players in certain positions, not just quarterback position, now that I think about it, but it was posed as the quarterback question. Do you think right now, as quarterback, at the quarterback position, we'll just keep it at quarterback, do you think this staff is picking according to the abilities of the player available, or to the design of how they want this offense to be ran, or this defense, or well, the quarterback position? Are they picking to his abilities? Are they designing it to the abilities, picking to their abilities, or their design, what they originally pictured their offense being able to do when they drew it up on the whiteboard? 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. We got 2-minute drill. When you call in, say your name, put me in the game, coach. When I say you in the game, you got 2 minutes. Rip it and then hang up. You ain't got to wait for me to respond. Rip it and hang up. All right? That means let that thing fly. They are picking based on who they think is best for the job. But honestly, I don't know how we possibly expect any of this to be better. That was a hidden message in that comment. I'm going to start it. Byron Walker asks while we wait for the phone line to go off, 334-625-1121. Do you expect Austin Mack or Keelan Russell to play in the next few weeks? Yeah. If they don't play this Saturday, if both of them don't play this Saturday, I have a question. I have some serious questions. Like, does Ty need that many live reps to reassure the staff that he's the guy? That's a question for me. Shout out to 6 reactions on Facebook, man. DeAndre, Alicia, Mike, Henry, Christian, and Rico. Much love to y'all over there on the Facebook app. Y'all showing up and showing out over there, reacting and tapping. TikTok, I appreciate y'all. Hey, Kelton Love, Roll Tide over there on TikTok, man. Phone line open for you. Don't be scared. 334-625-1121. If y'all don't have nothing else to say, man, it's cool. We got the 2-minute drill going right now. I like all the conversations we had tonight. I think that's something that we can continue to build on. Do you expect Austin? What question for me? That's a question for me. You talking about this one? The question I'm asking right now about the staff picking according to abilities or design. I know we wanted. I know we asked about quarterbacks, but I think Kane Womack is kind of sticking to not necessarily picking by abilities, but I think his issue right now is in certain spots, instead of just rolling guys that's going to do the job, you're trying to go with experience. And I still think right now, guys like Deontay Lawson aren't able to make plays. One, you're not 100% healthy, but two, I feel like the issue right now, why guys aren't sure, is they're overthinking the simplicity of it. And how do you get rid of all the overthinking? How do you get rid of all the overthinking? You be aggressive. Send guys on assignment. Go get the quarterback. Shoot the A gap. Stunt. Here. Let's you're man lock here. You're over the top help. Simplify the calls so guys can really be athletes and do what they're naturally asked to do. I think Coach Saban said it best, and that's why you didn't see a lot of true freshmen come through and start for Saban, because he knew that when he put you on the field, mentally you have been tried and practiced on the schematics of everything. You had to be able to verbalize everything that you were being taught. Not just go out there and guess, kind of roll into it, but you have to verbalize, and then that verbalization had to turn into action. So yeah. Tim Brooks, y'all type it in the chat, but y'all ain't call it 334-625-1121. I want to hear your voice. Coach, you know as well as I do, I will play either the whole game or at least 3 quarters. I don't know, man. I don't know. If there's a stutter, Glenn, and I'm talking about just conversations, you know me. Glenn, you know I don't lie about anything when it comes to inside scoop or anything like that. Speaking of, we got Fairweather the fan report that I want to do real quick before we get up out of here. Yeah, I can call in. But Glenn, you know me. Conversations that I'm having, and these ain't boosters. These are not boosters. Conversation that I'm having is the leash is not tightened by any means, which it shouldn't be. And I think if you see the type of production and the type of energy that we would expect to see. Hold on, y'all, I'm distracted. All right. Just let the beat play. I'm sorry, y'all. I was distracted. I'm sorry, chat. I apologize. What was I talking about? Hey, what I was talking about? You don't know? What I was talking about, chat? I got distracted. Are they? Oh, okay. Yeah. I just need 4 of them for my milkshake. I'm sorry, chat. I was distracted. It was something came in the room. Something flew in the room. Also walked in the room, and it caught my attention, and I was distracted. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to defend myself, attack, pounce. I didn't know what to do. Chat. I froze. I had the deer in the headlights look if y'all didn't catch it. 2 things ULM is practicing the RPO this week. And all right, so this is another thing that I want to kill and shut down with you fans that, oh my God. So do y'all know that the RPO is and the option read is 2 different things, right? Y'all know the RPO and the option read is 2 different things. So I want y'all to understand that Florida State didn't kill us with the RPO. They did not kill us with the RPO. They killed us with the option read. Meaning they made the quarterback, wide receiver, running back, running game dynamic a focal point. So play action in those same motions, in those jet motions, those orbit motions came off of play action. You want the general basis of your play calls to look generally the same, so you get the similar looks, but you're attacking differently out of the same formation. So that play when there's a screenshot I saw. What's their name? TBS. I don't want to put their name out there because then. But I saw a screenshot and it was like, "What's wrong with this picture?" Well, if you go look at that play in that time, the alignment, it looks unbalanced because it was pre-snap. They came out in the formation, right? And this wasn't the Dijon Lee play, the 4 wide set. This was the base set, and they had been in the 3 wide. And instead of trying to motion it and shadow the offense, the defense had already set up in base in the formation to kind of leverage this. And they got motion. Gus Malzahn didn't change up anything. He motioned his guy, and if you look at the play before they snap, the leverage is there. And actually, on that one play where they actually broke, it wasn't because of placement or play calling. She missed tackles on that play. So we got to do better in tackling, and I think we see everything cleaned up. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm talking about. 2.5 quarters per time, split the rest between the other 2. Tim Brooks, I can feel you on that. Keelan or Mac will play against ULM. That way they can have ULM and Wisconsin before UCA. Do y'all really believe that Ty Spurs? I pose this question to the chat, Mary J. You can call and show. Chat with Coach Smook banner up now. We're gonna close the phone line. Phone line is not closed, y'all. I hate that I gotta do that to y'all. But I gotta get food, man. We've been working hard, man. We got 8 minutes to close the show out. We've been working hard today. Hey, if y'all enjoy what we've been doing here at the Coach Smook Network, support with some emojis in the chat, man, and all that good stuff, man. Really, really support, man. Drop the likes, tap the screen. T-Bug said Georgia in the building, and Georgia finished. I hope. Welcome in, T-Bugs. I'm not mad by any means. This is what I do to every Georgia fan that pop in, and I hope you're a solid Georgia fan that can talk some trash, some good football. Because we enjoy having Georgia fans in the AAA family. We got multiple Georgia fans in the AAA family. And you talking about what the AAA family is? That's our community here on the Coach Smook Network. Come over to the YouTube side and check in so we can get your comments across the screen that you tap in. Let me see. Let's get to the comments before we get out of here. Jimmy, my big brother, uncle, big Jimmy says, I believe that Keelan Russell will fit better in DeBoer because the DeBoer system because of his ability and athleticism, in my opinion. A lot of people believe that too, but I don't think it's time to write Ty Simpson off yet, bro. And I don't disagree. I've been saying this since the spring. I saw that young man get better and better by practice. I remember going back to this the second scrimmage in spring ball, how he looked then. In that scrimmage alone, Ty had a day, Austin Mack had a day, but it wasn't like Keelan Russell was giving the ones and or the twos the majority of his reps that day, and he was still able to move the ball with third-string offensive line, third-string players, walk-on players, in the offense. And then when he got his chance to run with the twos and the ones, he was just as productive and efficient, if not more, he was more productive and more efficient than Austin Mack. And then, with him and Ty Simpson, there was no real separation. And so stop the music. Mary J, can I make this point one last time? Oh my God. Listen, and I got to do this. There was something key that Coach Kalen DeBoer said and Coach Ryan Grubb said about Ty Simpson. It wasn't that he had the better arm. It wasn't that he was the most athletic. His command for the huddle and his ability or the team has gotten behind him and believes in him. I think there's something to be said about that. And if you just want to hear things like, oh, he's the starter and this, that, and the third, he's the best player, that's what you want to hear. But you didn't hear the real message. Like this was for a better what's the term? What's the phrase I'm looking for? In its simplest form, and that's not the term I'm looking for, but that's what we'll go with for now. In its simplest form, these coaches, Ryan Grubb, Kalen DeBoer, they both said right now Ty is the guy that is displaying the most confidence and the most comfortability with handling the huddle and being vocal and understanding the playbook at the level we feel like he needs to understand it at in order for us to win football games. That's what they said in so many words in all those interviews. Not once did you hear them say prolific passer, elite athlete. They talk about his abilities and what he can do, how he can extend plays, but they never highlighted these things because, one, that's not a part of his game. He's truly a system quarterback that'll thrive when you have perfect protection. And for the most part, he had, B+ protection for most of these snaps and them dropbacks last season. I say B-, C+. And that's good enough at Alabama. That's good enough at any level. 3.8 second average. We'll talk about all this stuff tomorrow on the show. We'll talk about how we're going to break this down and how these numbers could translate into the next game. But I need y'all to remember that they said this about Ty Simpson. He is who they said he was and who I thought he was. And that's not a bad thing. Y'all tried to make it seem like I was dogging the boy for saying that he wasn't this elite athlete. It's just not who he is. I wasn't an elite athlete. I had some things that I did good on the field. I had some things that I did good on the court. But I wasn't always the best ball handler on the court. I wasn't the highest jumper on the court. I wasn't the best one. It was certain personnel groupings, especially in basketball. When we went big and I got to play the one, I was the point guard bringing the ball up, and I was the one pushing the ball up. Or when we went small and I had to play the 5, and we was really rebound running gun, especially on my all Army squad when we played for the base team. When we used to go small and the 2 guard ended up going to big men, and we was playing to get 6'9", 6'8" guys, just beating them up and down the floor. That was the advantage. It wasn't that I was better than them. We just utilized our skill sets and made it work because we knew that would give us the advantage. So I think that's where we at with Ty, with his experience. And I do think he has some abilities that he needs to really just lean into, and more so just play football at the end of the day. I like where Ty is. I like where we can grow from with Ty, and we'll get that. And Bama boy said it right. Perfect protection does not exist. I don't care who you are. AJ McCarron didn't have perfect protection. There was some times where he just had to navigate the pocket, and yeah, that team went undefeated on a different type of schedule. But you gotta be realistic. 2020, everybody was running base defense. Nobody was running stunt blitzes and dealing with all this portal stuff and all of that. Come on, man. The defense still didn't play elite in 2020. Somebody need to stop telling that lie. The defense wasn't elite in 2020. They struggled in 2022 because they were so young. You had Malachi Moore, true freshman, started on defense in 2020. Branch took over for that 2020 defense. So I just wanted to set the record straight when it came to that Ty Simpson take from the staff and how everything is transpiring here on the at Alabama football. So old school. What's up with all the little emojis? Old school. You one of them old school cats that can't get along with the times? Talk to me. I will open the phone lines up, but I'm looking at your comments. You ain't even say what's up or Roll Tide. Are you even a Bama fan? Let's establish that first. The coaching staff can't keep going for it on 4th down with their game manager at QB. Ty didn't turn the ball over, which is a great start, but coaches got to trust the kicker and the defense. Hey, usually you would, right? But at that point in time in the first half, when we're down 17-7, I think that's when you go for the 3, right? Absolutely right. But later in the half, where he threw that ball to Kevin, later in the second half when he threw that ball to Kevin Riley, I like the call to go for it in. You're in no man's land. You're on the other side of the 50. You got an opportunity to make a good play, make a good read. Don't rush it to the running back out the backfield and check down. The safety the overhang safety clearly rolled under, man. Yeah, one-on-one with Isaiah Horton. The one high safety in the middle of the field wasn't going to be effective. The overhang, strong safety, whatever you want to call him, that nickel corner, he rolled down literally off the snap. Direct shot to the running back. And now what I would have did, instead of having Cuevas on the crosser, I would have had some speed coming off on the crosser out the slot from the opposite side. That would have gave you a better option. Everything flowing with the running back out to the flats. You saw some guys kind of eyes commit there. You could have hit somebody and you're looking to hit somebody in the second or third window on the backside crosser or the backside slant, right? And it was only 2 yards, right? Or was it what it was? 4th and 2? 4th and 3? So we'll break that down tomorrow. It's a lot of different things that I saw that I think this team is going to improve upon. And I truly believe once this game slow down for Ty, man, all of the negativity and all of the craziness around, and it's going to be easier because it's Ty. You got people making excuses for his inability to make the big plays already. But once he started making the on schedule plays, watch what happened with the fan base. Yeah, all y'all fair weather folks, I'm gonna be right here screenshotting. Back right here screenshotting, doing what we do. What do you say? What? What is this guy Black Raider talking about? Black Raider got an issue, man. I don't think you need to come back around here, Black Raider. Still, what is you talking about, my guy? You on some different activity? I had to read that real quick. All right, chat. So, without any further words, let's get back to the studio real quick, and then we'll go ahead and end the show. All right, y'all ready? Let's get back to the studio, man. I appreciate y'all for being here. Uh-oh, we froze. Oh no, we got Fairweather Fan Report. Let me do that before we get up out of here. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Welcome back for another segment of this Fairweather Fan Report. And I didn't have it written out again, but I got them bookmarked like a mug, man. And I really had a video. Honestly, I had a video that I wanted to show y'all, but I don't know if they're gonna block me for it. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you go to my TikTok. And I got a tribute to the Fairweather fans of the Alabama fan community. Kangaroo Black, get mad at me for calling out Bama fans all you want. I don't care. You could continue to incite riots and be entertaining. I love it. It's a balance, man. We gotta keep this thing balanced. So you continue to feel those emotions, and we'll continue to expose them. Let's start with one of my primary suspects here, and one of my primary contributors to this Fairweather fanism, right, that we're seeing in the Bama fan base. And I want to start here on Twitter. Somebody that's become a very important subject in my studies here of Fairweather fandom in the 2025 season. Not only has he claimed to be a solid Alabama fan, but this is someone that I believe went to the university and claims to be the diehard fan. But this was August 31st. This was the game. This is during the game before the game was even over. Right. This tweet was posted before the game was even over. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this. Shout out to my guy Matthew Waitley for contributing to this Fairweather fan report, man. He's been solid. He's been a great contributor to this, and I think we need to really admire his Fairweather fandom and learn from it. Okay. This is the first thing you get from Fairweather fans. This is usually like ultimate. This is that he lets. Oh wow, that's weird. Anyway, people weird. If y'all still making fun of Ryan Williams for supporting a lot of the foundations and stuff by symbolism with allowing his sister to paint his fingernails, or him carrying the emotional support animal that a child, or I think it was some type of foundation that he's started with all the money that he's making and all the stuff that he's doing to get back to the community. I think a kid gave that to him, and that's why he had the teddy bear. So y'all lame if y'all thinking that's the problem why he can't catch the ball. Y'all lame. Anyways, Matthew Waitley, Kalen DeBoer ruined everything Nick Saban built within less than 2 seasons. I'm beyond sick. First of all, what exactly did Coach Saban build? Because if we're talking about just the roster in itself, I think how many players left from Coach Saban's roster before Kalen DeBoer even called to play, or was even was able to go in the locker room and finish giving his speech? I think it was like 17 jumped in the portal, that first portal, and then another 11 jumped in the portal after that. So you lose basically, and then you had 9 go to the draft that same year. So you lose like 30 players within the first 15 days of you being in the job. You turn around and you win 9-3 in your first season, in your regular season, and you lose to Michigan. You turn around, you open the season up with a loss to Florida State. We didn't lose to ULM. First of all, we didn't lose to Nicholls State. We didn't lose to Fresno. We didn't lose to Oregon State. We didn't lose to Wazoo. We didn't lose to Maine or Harvard or Mercer. We lost to Florida State. Florida State, a team that won their conference 2 years ago now. That's who we lost to. The same coach, different personnel, revamped roster, better personnel, and that's who we lost to. Got whooped. His play was horrible, but now this is where we're at. So Matthew, thank you for being a Fairweather fan and contributing. If you ever need diagnosis, if you never need help or anything to get over this Fairweather fandom, this whole phase of Fairweather fandom, here at the Coach Smook Network, call it sunshine pumping, call it whatever you want, but I just don't get the point of being on social media and quitting on your team publicly. Do that junk in your bathroom. Do that junk in your bathroom. Do it in the privacy of your space, because you as with your big following on Twitter, right? You represent the Bama fan base in some phase or facet, and Auburn fans love to pick at you. Auburn fans love to pick at you. Tennessee fans love to pick at you. LSU fans, I've seen the LSU fans in there laughing. The Ohio State fans, they just laughing at you. Now, it's one thing I like when they troll me, because they don't really know what's going on in the fan base or in the program, and they be like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. They be going off the haters within the fan base that call me a fake insider. I could deal with that. That's fun. But you never see anybody come at me when it comes to these moments of the season, because I hold it down for the team, regardless of how I look. I'm gonna tell the truth, but I'm gonna hold it down. So y'all get mad because I don't bash and I don't feed into y'all emotions, because at the end of the day, I've played the game and I've coached the game, and I'm willing to bet. What it do, Chai? I'm willing to bet, and I'm gonna go back to this. And I'm gonna just scroll on this status here, Fairweather Fan Report here. I'm willing to bet any amount of money, y'all, that everybody that I'm scrolling by that talking crazy about anything, 4 out of every 5 personnel can't snap the ball. Never been able to snap the ball. Wouldn't know what to do if you got thrown a ball from 20 yards. Wouldn't know what to do if you had 6 yards of gap to freaking blow through and try to get some yardage. Wouldn't know how to protect yourself on a tackle. Wouldn't know anything. And as fans, there should be a certain respect for the game or for your team. I don't think allowing your emotions to be spilled out on a public. But you know what? When you hide behind burners like Bear Bryant's burner, and he's trying to turn it around. A lot of people been writing me saying your boy trying to get from your boy trying to get on the good side. He trying to get from under that Fairweather. But like this, you got this guy under Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer. When Kalen DeBoer got hired, somebody took it out their sweet precious time to go and create a fake profile using his name, image, and likeness, and then label it as Boris Burner. And every time something good happened, I want y'all to show y'all Fairweather energy, right? I want to show y'all Fairweather energy. Hold on. Like this is stupid. Players are staying up and hanging out until 2 a.m. the night before games, eating fast food. Not everybody sleep at 9 o'clock. Not all players, and these are not just college athletes anymore. We haven't seen college athletics since 2019, 2018. Let's be real. And a lot of these players, it's not like they up partying. They're sitting in their rooms. They have curfew. We're not going to play like they don't have curfew. If you're allowed to have visitors on the first away game, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Shoot, hell, I was on FaceTime with a few players at 8:30, 9 o'clock the night before, while they were eating their food that DoorDash coming to the room. Instead of them going out on the town in Tallahassee, they were having food delivered to them. So that's a problem. Eating burgers, you talking about eating fast food with more than 12 hours to process it in your body, especially I know they got them on a hydration tracker, right? Gotta have a balance of fats, carbs, all of this stuff in order to sustain in the game. Y'all tripping. And I guarantee you, man, it's a lot of these people that have all these followers and stuff, man. And you go and look at them in real life, they probably ain't worth they ain't worth this shit. I promise you. That's why they hide behind the social media and do what they do. So I'm laughing at the fact that I'm passionate about my team, but not to the point where it's going to pull me out of character to where I'm calling out a player and disgracing his family, his name. You know, unless you quit on Bama, I don't like quitters. I don't like quitters anywhere. I'll dog another team and their players for quitting. I don't think everybody's going to react to losing like some of you all. You could tell who were the losers growing up. They get so over emotional. Winners, we know what happens in a win. You get to learn. If you're not taking it out, if it's not the last game of the season, guess what? I got an opportunity to show up and learn something, or go work on something and learn it, and then apply it the next time I'm here on this field. Especially when you know you're better. So, a lot of Fairweather fan activity. Those are the two mains that I wanted to see. I got some more, and if y'all go check out that clip again, I got it running for y'all. Go check it out, man. I think it's pretty funny. I like making these folks mad, man. I like making these folks mad. They get so pissed off that Coach Smook is on their head. And I don't know why. Everybody else could have their opinion about other folks' content and say what this other person saying. I just choose to do it against Bama folks because they always crying. I just get tired of all these Bama content creators crying, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and I ain't gonna put no subliminals out there. I don't do subliminals. I tell you who it is. I tell you what it is. So either be solid or just keep showing up on the Fair Weather Fan Report, and then you can say I don't care about being on the Fair Weather Fan Report. Me neither. That's why I keep doing it. I enjoy doing it. You don't care that you on it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Thank you for tuning in to our Fair Weather Fan Report here on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all be blessed. Let's get ready to close this show out, man. Right here on the Coach Smook Network. Here with your Fair Weather Fan Report. So, if y'all enjoyed this show tonight, man, first of all, put some emojis in the chat. Put some fire emojis in the chat. We got to 59 likes on the stream. Hey, one more like, we'll get to 60. Y'all get your boy one more like, we'll get to 60. We got a total of 64 viewers in the chat on YouTube. Appreciate y'all for tapping that screen over there on TikTok again. Elijah, what up, man? Good to see you over there in the chat. Instagram, I see y'all tapping in. What's up? Yon Apparel is in the chat, man. If y'all haven't seen it already, let me see if I could pull that profile up. Let me see if I can pull that profile up on Instagram chat. That boy said he liked the hat. Yeah, because it's a Yon Apparel. That's that Yon, boy. What you mean? Hey, Yon Apparel, man. Diamond. Chill out. Hey, come get your dog. About to get her. Come sit down, mama. Come sit down, mama. Nah, they out here doing crazy stuff. All right, y'all. So this is the last little shoot they had with the new urban streetwear. This is my brother Cy Gaddy. Hopefully y'all can see this here in a second. Got the website up. Oh yeah, we got the website up. So y'all make sure y'all go check this out on Twitter. I mean on Instagram. It's my brother Cy Gaddy with the Yon Apparel. This is one of the new releases here. This shirt. Y'all see the street urban streetwear apparel. That's what it is, man. We're gonna get clips and different parts of the products here, so y'all can go and support that. So yeah, man, that go another one of the shirts, man. If y'all into this style, man, like I said, urban streetwear, a lot of what they call it, abstract art type of things. This is a shirt that I wanted so bad, man, and it's like the sweatshirt material. And this camouflage, man, this is the one that sold. I had in here somewhere. Let me show y'all. This is the one I want right here, chat. You got Alabama colorways for us too. A lot of cover waves. So if y'all like that type of gear, man, y'all go check it out. The website. I'm gonna get the link and everything. We'll have it a part of our promos here. Yon Apparel, urban streetwear. Yes, appreciate you, Mary J. Look at her turning up. And then, as always, man, don't forget to support the main merch here on the Coach Smook Network. If you want to know where our merch is, man, go to the main YouTube page, right? Go to the main YouTube page, and as a matter of fact, let me pull it up right now. I'm gonna do this right here. If you type in the chat right now for everybody that's trying to figure out how to get your t-shirts and stuff, the Coach Smook Network t-shirts. If you type exclamation, I put a space in there. It shouldn't be a space. Oh, it does work when you put a space in there. You put an exclamation space in the chat, right? And you go through here, and this is our merch site right now. We go third party. And this is what we have available for you all for this upcoming season. Mary J, you can move that banner for me, please. We got the Scoop Boogie shirts. They in multiple colors. You got white, black, gray, Scoop Boogie. And if y'all don't know what Scoop Boogie is, that means you ain't been tapped into the gaming content and you missing out on some entertaining content, which we'll actually be picking up tomorrow. We'll be doing a community gaming day. And hopefully y'all ready to have some fun, man. We've been having fun we've been getting our butt whooped on that NCAA, but we're gonna come back with the energy and be able to do some things. We beg for likes hoodies, man. I think these are gonna sell good. The weather's changing, y'all. Go ahead and get ahead of it. Get your We Beg for Like hoodies. Here on the Coach Smook Network, got the QR codes on all of the merch, man. All of the merch got QR codes on it. So while you out talking about what a lot of people love the AAA logo, they love the Coach Smook Network logo. While you out talking about it, turn around, let them scan that QR code. It is a real scannable code. And the last shirts that we bought with QR codes, they survived the washer. Good quality material. You got the Put Me in the Game Coach hoodies. You got the t-shirts, Put Me in the Game Coach, ready to play t-shirts. Well, it's Crimson actually t-shirts. And then, of course, the old red letter and white letter lineup gear. Got hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, ball caps. Like I said, the AAA ball caps. We're trying to keep those for sale. And you guys, today is the last day for the discount. We're going to see if we eligible to get on another one. Well, we actually sold 23 items last month, so appreciate y'all for doing that. Y'all know I'm not going to keep nothing from y'all when it comes to the growth of this network, especially because y'all contribute to it. I don't have nothing to hide. But with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. And I appreciate y'all for supporting the Coach Smook Network. If you're tapping in just now, you come in with all your comments and stuff. Tap in live on the next show. We'll be live tomorrow, 8 a.m. on the Coach Smook Morning Show, and we'll get this thing popping. Is it fair whether if I criticize a team when they're winning? Also, they never look good to me. Hey, Brody, if you criticizing a team when they win and when they lose, you just don't need to come around me. You sound like one of those guys that don't live a very pleasant life and you're not happy with yourself. And we don't like negativity. So I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying if that's you, you might want to stay away from here, because I don't have a filter sometimes, especially when it comes to ignorance and stupidity. I don't have a filter for it, but I will acknowledge your opinion. You just got to respect my opinion too. So at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and being fans and enjoying and supporting these boys at the end of the day. If you Roll Tide, you're going to be Roll Tide. If you Bulldogs, you're going to be Bulldogs or whatever. If you're a Gator, go be a Gator. You know what I'm saying? But support these boys and be mindful of some of the things that you're saying and how you say it. So I appreciate y'all. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Shout out to all of our sponsors and everybody that's a part of AAA family. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And Roll Tide. Roll.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe.